OBS. Right, chat is there on my phone. Now I just need to do this. Okie dokie. Oh, wrong one. Yeah. Chat needs to be moved this way. Further down, further down. No, further up, further up, further up. Yeah, that will do. Now time to put some comments in here so I can move the YouTube thing out of view of the actual video would be. So don't worry, this isn't me trying to cheat the algorithm, not purposely anyway. And one more for good measure. Done. Can't think of any way I should put you guys. But for now that is good. If you want to watch the original, you can always go to the original. Speaking of which, you can't see much from there, can you? Meaning, no, that's the V2, but this is it. Move you up a bit like so. Expand you. Maybe I'm just being stupid. It was fine anyway. Yeah, that's because I got it. That's because I got it on Thingamabob. Right. You guys will see nothing but a blank screen, but that's only because I'm gonna do a quick share of the live stream and post it into my Discord. I don't want to show my Discord on live. This is it. Oh, wrong button. Alright, send it to that channel. One more channel to send it to, and then okie dokie. Back to OBS. Give it a few seconds for latency, and boom. Walla walla walla. Here we go again. Alright then. You can see my mouse, so hopefully you can anyway. Probably not. If not, that's fine. Anyway, this is 17 scary videos that will creep you out. On this side, down below. Oh wait, go. You can see it somewhere. You can see the title, I hope. If not, it should. be seen now. Oh, the latency is very high. Oof. Can I change the latency right now? Oh, will it stop stream? Oof. Yeah, I'll stop the stream. Dang it. Alright guys, you will be running on very low latency, so I mean not very low latency, very high latency, unfortunately. Anyway, that is the channel. Sir Spooks 17 Scary Videos. If you want to watch the original, go to him. But for now, we'll be watching half of this. So half of 31 would be, well, half 30 would be 15. So we'll say 15 minutes this, and then half of that video here, half of this video here, and then end of stream. So, without further ado, you know the drill. I got subtitles on just in case there is any copyright music. So, and as you can see, the segments are cut up here. If I'm silent, it's because I am waiting for the clip to end before I do my initial thoughts. Unless I get scared or something, then you probably hear me scream, something like that. So, without further ado again, let's get to it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 17 scary videos. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. And of course, Happy Halloween. This first post comes to us from the popular Ghost subreddit and is guaranteed to make you lose a few hours of sleep tonight. The uploader NewRaisin5425 says that he works in an old building in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. He says that one night he was working and all of a sudden, at the corner of his eye, he saw something he thought was extremely bizarre. However, at the time, he simply brushed it off, thinking it must have just been his eyes playing tricks on him or something. Nevertheless, he decided he wanted to record the hallway regardless, just in case. And as it turns out, it was most certainly a good idea to start filming. Take a look and see what happens.
Look, did you see it?
If you look at the image frame at this part of the video, you can see that it moves, after which a black, ghostly shadow emerges. The video ends with the uploader asking out loud, "Did you see it?" before what sounds like another voice quickly responding by saying no. Some people in the comments say that it simply looks like it could have been somebody vacuuming or cleaning, but others are not so convinced, thinking there definitely was some sort of ghostly entity in there. But what do you guys think? Be sure to let me know all your theories in the comment section down below.
Okay, before we move on to the next clip, my thoughts on that is the little reflection moving. I think it might be a plant pot behind them in the other end of the corridor, and there's some kind of draft that is making it move that you see. And as for the shadow, it might have been someone who's around the corner but you just can't hear. Yeah, that's my explanation of it. but that's just a theory. A theory. That's it. I don't want to get copyrighted for stuff. But, I've seen worse. You need to do a lot more to scare me. That or show a spider, and that's it. I'm out. I'm done. You know. Show a spider, and I'm dead for a week. With that said and done, let's go to it.
This next post comes to us from my very own Sir Spook subreddit and was submitted by a user known as FitCode8290. The video in question was filmed on a security camera inside a pub located near the uploader called The Anchor. He says it was a popular pub in Brown Hills, UK, before it eventually shut down. As for why the place closed, he didn't specify. Regardless, the security camera footage showcases some customers simply sitting down in the pub, enjoying a drink, when out of nowhere, something random and creepy happens. Watch this. All of a sudden, it almost seems like a poltergeist forcefully pushes a drink off of the table, much to the shock and awe of everyone inside, just trying to have a nice relaxing night. Sadly, not a whole lot is known about this video other than what I've already told you, but it's clear that there was definitely something going on here. Who knows? Let's hope they weren't continuously tormented by more spirits since this incident.
Is a big massive gush of some kind of liquid that had enough force to like push it all off. But to be honest though, I can't see anything that could do that, so that means it's basically some unseen force, maybe a big strong gust of wind. But if that's the case, then you'll see a lot of other things be moving as well. So that is kind of chilling, not scary, but chilling. And the money on it, oh, the money, you're gonna. I bet they lost about, depending on what kind of drink it was, about 2 or 5 quid. Maybe, depending on inflation at that point in time. Shame it closed down though. Probably due to financial reasons and the pandemic that YouTube does not like to hear about, if you know what I mean. So, that's my thoughts on that. Let's continue.
Over on TikTok, a woman known as Synestia posted a video to her account in which she's explaining that she's been experiencing something incredibly bizarre going on inside her house. The video then switches to security camera footage that was filmed inside of Synestia's house. At first, the footage seems to be innocent and boring, but things start to get quite weird in no time. Synestia's dog comes racing into frame, barking at something that we cannot see. It's clear from the way her dog is behaving that there's something inside of the room that's bothering it. But what exactly is it? Take a good look here and you'll see. A strange black shadow can be seen in the corner of the room. The dog continues to bark angrily for several seconds before it eventually gets too scared and runs away. What's eerie is that as soon as the dog runs out of the room, a chair can be seen moving immediately afterward. It's almost like whatever strange spirit was in this house was waiting for the dog to leave to move the chair. Sadly, to this day, this mystery has never been solved, but if I were in Sinestia's shoes, I would be looking into moving out as soon as possible. This video just shows that dogs are almost always able to sense danger, even if we have a hard time sensing it ourselves.
Now, I don't think that Ghost is very malicious, but I'm no ghost psychiatrist, so I won't know. But judging by the dog, considering my dog does sort of similar things, when it's jumping and bounding like that, with its arse up and tail wagging, it seems like kind of pretending to be scared in like a playful way, because I do the same to my dog. I pretend to chase it and that, you know, make it flinch and stuff, and it does the same thing and starts barking when it gets a little too excited. So I don't think it's a malevolent spirit, and I didn't notice the shadow in the corner because I was too focused on the dog. But I did see it move towards the chair, and then the chair started to move. I have nothing to explain that, but that is kind of not very good. Now, I would say not to worry about it. The only time you should worry about it is if the dog's demeanor towards that shadow changes from playful to actually terrified, where growling, tail down, hairs standing up on its back. That's when you need to leave the house, because that's when the malevolent spirit is malevolent, if I'm using that word correctly. Probably not, but who knows. With that said and done, let's move on to the next one.
A post over on the Ghost subreddit submitted by user Thrash6 has been blowing up in the community for the past few weeks, and it's not hard to see why once you watch the footage. The video in question seems to have been filmed on some sort of surveillance camera, and was filmed inside of a business that conducts paranormal investigations. In the clip, we see a group of guys huddled around in a circle, trying to talk to a spirit that may be in the room with them. As I'm sure you can expect, it doesn't take long at all for these guys to make contact. Out of nowhere, a metal rod can be seen lifting upward right behind one of the guys. The uploader says that everyone in the room then proceeds to run upstairs to review the footage, and sure enough, the bar was definitely raised all by itself. As for how exactly, nobody knows for sure. It's quite a mysterious and freaky video. Was this entity upset that these guys were trying to communicate with it? If so, hopefully they learn their lesson and don't disturb this spirit again before it's too late.
Now, that is wild, like literally wild. Because if there's nothing, it's a metal rod, right? And being pulled up like that, there are a couple of ways of doing it. One, a very strong magnetic source. But the thing is though, anything other than that pole that is magnetic would be being brought up too. So this is kind of puzzling. The second theory would be a string, but with a string there would have been a lot less smoothness to it, let's say, and a little more resistance. And if it was a string, then the top end of the pole wouldn't tried to fall down and strike the woman like you would do with a samurai blade, you know, or sword. Because if it was a string, it would have just gone up, and if you try to let go of the string, hoping that the pole will come down and chop it on the head, no, it will just drop straight down because gravity is pulling it down. So this is interesting because it kind of defies all laws of physics. So the only explanation is a ghost, or the first two explanations I said. So, damn. Let's continue.
A woman named Renee Salcedo posted video to her TikTok account on September 26, 2022, in which we watch home security camera footage that was filmed around 9 PM in the living room area. Renee writes that they thought they heard bell noises coming from their front door, signifying that there was somebody at the front door. Confused as to who could possibly be showing up at their house so late at night, Renee goes to investigate. This is what happened next.
I heard the bell.
Did you move the bells at all, Olivia?
Huh?
Did you move the bells?
No. I heard the bells ring.
Hello.
Upon checking the front door, she found absolutely nobody there. Baffled, Renee then proceeded to check the camera's footage that it recorded when the bell sounded, and still, nobody was there, but the bell sounds can be heard. Renee says that it takes a good amount of force for the bells to make a sound that loud, which is why she's even more confused and concerned as to how something like this happened. Do you guys have any theories as to what happened here? Let's hope we can all help Renee out so she can go back to living in this house in peace.
Small people. Or midgets. Or... That is one theory. Playing tricks are... I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. So as I was saying, midgets and small people probably playing tricks on the woman. Or kids, because... yeah. So that's one theory. The second theory would be, was it a thief or a robber or something? And they're probably just out of the camera's sight and they're like, or something, whatever they were doing, ready to, you know, for you to open the door and they can barge in and be like, yo, I'm the captain now, type of thing. But saying that, there are a lot of things that could have done it. Even the wind could be strong enough to do it, but who knows? So there's 99 theories and we only can have one, and none of them are it.
A YouTube channel known as Lost Places and Legends posted a video to their account on August 26, 2024, in which they ventured out into the Alabama woods in the middle of the night to do some exploring. The channel owner is particularly exploring the heart of Bigfoot Bend, a remote area located in North Alabama that is notorious for its Bigfoot sightings and otherwise eerie occurrences. For a good long while in the video, the uploader seemingly doesn't get any luck in finding any signs of Bigfoot or any other entities, But that all changes when he starts to hear some genuinely terrifying noises. Watch and listen.
Whoa, stop.
What was that? What was that?
Dude, that sounded like a growl.
That was a growl. And it was decently close.
Yeah, that wasn't it. Dude, that is a growl.
It is a growl. Let's fall back up this way.
As you just heard, the uploader's otherwise peaceful investigation eventually gets interrupted by some seriously mean and vicious sounding growls that seem to be coming from deep into the forest. Sadly, nothing else of huge interest happens afterward, but the video definitely makes you wonder, did these guys actually come close to encountering Bigfoot that night? We will likely never know for sure.
Okay. My only thought is two animals that aren't mythical creatures. A male deer, an angry male deer, or a bear. Hey, it's America. There's a lot of creatures that we don't get over here, but they do have. If it's an angry deer, best thing to do is run. If it's an angry bear, best thing to do is run fast. Like, very fast. Faster than 30 miles per hour, because they won't be able to catch you then. Unless bears can run faster than 30 miles per hour then. Ooh, you're done. Or 30 kilometers per hour for those who don't use miles per hour. Is it kilometers? Probably. And I had another theory. What if the nickname Bigfoot came from any animal that has a foot bigger than a human? So a lion could be a Bigfoot. A bear could be a Bigfoot. But I'm just making up shit now. So let's get onto it.
Now we'll be taking a look at yet another video that was submitted to my very own Sir Spook subreddit, with this video being posted by a user known as Schnookums92. The uploader writes that the place he's wandering around in Newport, Kentucky, used to be a Thriftway grocery store up until 2002 or so, and sat vacant for about 10 years. Then it eventually became a hardware store, before eventually shutting down and becoming vacant once again. The uploader says that as many times as he's walked past the place, he has seen this happen. Watch this.
Tell me why this back room here. This used to be the Thriftway back in the 90s, but check this shit out. I've walked past here multiple times. Why is the lights inside here flickering? Especially this one. It's weird as. Even that back light back there is flickering. They're flickering in different intervals.
As you just saw, a whole bunch of lights can be seen flickering inside of this creepy abandoned building for seemingly no reason at all. Is it possible that there's some kind of a ghost inside that likes to switch the lights on and off? If so, why? Perhaps there isn't a logical reason. We likely won't ever get any answers for this video, and it'll probably remain a mystery.
when I die, that is me in the future just turning the lights on and off on and off on and off on and off. Because one, it pisses people off doing it right now when you're alive, but doing it when you're a ghost, it scares the living fuck out of them. Oh, it would be brilliant, especially if they're about to grab a drink and you just move it a hand or an inch out of their grasp or something. Oh, brilliant. Just keep on doing small stuff like that, and you mentally mind break them. Even better, right, is do it when they're alone, so when there's other people at like that their life is normal and they think they're going crazy. Oh, I would be a proper menace if I was Ghost. A lovable menace, but a menace nevertheless. If I do die and I can't get reincarnated, I would rather be a ghost. With that said and done, let's get to it.
Imagine you're just out for a walk in the city in the middle of the night when you spot something up on a bridge that freaks you out so much that you just have to pull out your phone and start videotaping it, just in case. That's apparently the exact situation TikTok user Soy Nathanael 33 found himself in late one night. Just out for a walk, the uploader decided to pull out his phone and record something that he saw on this bridge. Take a look. By all accounts, the entity on the bridge looks eerily similar to that of the Mothman. By comparing the creepy figure seen in this TikToker's video to drawings of the Mothman, it's super eerie just how similar they look. Unfortunately, there isn't any huge backstory behind this video, so we don't really know a whole lot about it or what was going on, but it's still a hugely interesting video that will surely make cryptid experts scratch their heads and wonder if this is indeed real.
Maybe not. But either way, it looks like the guy is just chilling. Mothman or no Mothman, whoever it is, they're just chilling. So if I was them, I'd just let them chill. You know, stop recording and just leave, because if you record them, they might not like it and they might get angry, and if they're angry, they're not so chill anymore, and if they're not chill, then, well, shit, we're all screwed. So yeah, don't record them when they're just chilling. When they're not chilling, then you have all right to record them, just in case the cops need you to show evidence or proof.
This little known video on YouTube that was posted back in April of 2020 by a man named Rob Wakefield is one of the most eerie videos that you'll watch all day and will possibly make you afraid to go near a lake for a while. In the video, we watch Rob filming his dog outside near a misty lake in the middle of a bright spring day. At first, the video actually kind of seems calming and peaceful. Who wouldn't want to relax near a lake with their beloved pet? However, as I'm sure you can expect, the video takes a seriously strange turn within a matter of seconds. Take a look at the dog and the lake and see if you notice anything unusual.
I noticed the dog wasn't acting.
Did you see it? A strange ghost-like figure can be seen hovering above the water for a few seconds, perhaps scaring the dog away before the video then abruptly ends, leaving us all to wonder what we just saw. It's strange how this video only has a little over 200 views, because it's a legitimately creepy video that seems to prove that even going on a relaxing lake trip with your dog can spell danger.
few, well, maybe not a few theories. One theory I do have in mind is that could be edited in, but I can't really say for certain because I was too focused on the dog again, unfortunately. But the dog was acting pretty, I wouldn't say suspicious, but more like cautious, because I saw its tail going up, its head prepared to listen out, to listen to whatever it's listening to or hearing, and it seems like it was ready and focused to find out what that thing is. So kind of something to be put into perspective. Pardon me. So maybe it is real. Who knows? The only question is, only God knows. Oh wait, no, we can't, because this is 15 minutes. Aliens. Now we'll go on to this one. This is Scary Videos version 110 by Mr. 5x, or 5 times, or times 5, depending on how you pronounce it. Mr. 5 times. You know what? That's actually not a bad name. The 5 times at the end of it. Mr. 5 times. Anyway, we'll be watching half of this, so half of 18, 2 9s at 18, so let's say 10 to 9 minutes maybe of this, and then we'll move on to the next one. So go to this guy's YouTube channel if you want to watch the original. Now you know the drill. Let's continue.
A CCTV camera overlooking a quiet field recorded a mysterious event. In the middle of the empty field, a dark mist suddenly materialized, swirling in an ominous shape. It lingered for a few moments, then dissipated just as quickly, leaving no trace.
Ahí se ve la mancha que activa los sensores. ¿Ve? Mire.
Queremos abrir los palos.
The eerie footage left viewers puzzled, wondering if the mist was a natural phenomenon or something supernatural manifesting briefly before vanishing into the night. A group of kids filming.
Okay. It seems like it's going to jump straight to the next. So, with that, at first, before it started moving, I thought it was just some kind of like stain or something on the floor. And when I saw it started moving, I was like, hold on a minute, something ain't right. So, and I thought to myself, that's kind of strange, because there's no real explanation apart from the camera quality isn't very good. And I keep on saying this. I don't know why though it happens, but it just happens. No matter what camera you have, the quality is always 100% shit when it's at night time. Why? Can anyone explain that for me? Like, seriously, why is it shit at night? You can have the best camera in the whole universe that you can see 5 billion light years away or something like that, and still pick up every single detail as clear as you're looking at your own hand right now. But when it turns nighttime, that's it. You can't see shit. Everything is all pixelated and stuff. It's like, why? Why does it do that? as for the floating blob thing, it could be just, I don't know, a bug, perhaps, or some kind of animal that is, well, actually, it kind of getting on its hind legs, and if that was the case, because it got to the car and then kind of stood up. So, kind of hard to explain that one, but see, cameras, man, they're shit at night. Let's continue.
A vlog while walking down a street at night caught an unsettling sight. As they passed an abandoned building, their camera picked up a glimpse of a female figure standing motionless in one of the windows, her eyes seemingly fixed on them. The figure's pale face and dark silhouette stood out in the dim light, sending chills down their spines. Shocked, they quickly moved away, later realizing they might have captured something far creepier than they intended in their video. A building
Okay, that is what I was on about just a few seconds ago. Because that could have been just some normal woman looking at him. Or it could have been some kind of Halloween mask hanging somewhere. Goddamn camera qualities. Yeah. And it's like, I could barely see shit through that. So I can't get scared from it. And maybe these people aren't lying, because obviously human eyes can see in better quality, especially even at night, way better than any camera you can come up with. Elon Musk, I bet you £1, I know it's not enough, but I can't afford any more than that. I bet you £1 that you can't make a camera phone as good as it. I bet you can't make a camera as good as human eyesight at night. If you can do that, I will give you £1. If you can't, then well, I guess not even you can figure out a solution for that. Now, with that said and done, let's get to this next one, because I can't really say anything about that because I barely saw anything and the camera quality was just not good enough.
CCTV camera recorded a strange and unsettling moment. As a female security guard walked through an empty hallway, her hair was suddenly yanked backward by an unseen force. She spun around in confusion, finding herself alone in the corridor with no one in sight. Startled and visibly unnerved, she looked around, searching for an explanation, but the hallway remained empty. The eerie footage left viewers speculating about whether something paranormal was lurking within the building's walls. Late at night.
Now, I got a theory, well, could be wrong. I did hear some kind of like a vacuum kind of noise in that video, but they were watching it through the not computer screen, but like the CCTV screen and that. So it's probably in a different room. But maybe a big powerful suction was like pulled her hair. But the thing is though, if it was pulling strong enough to do that, the suction was, pardon me, then it should be strong enough to pull her entire body. So that is kind of scary, because how are you going to fight someone that you can't see or hit, especially if they pull your hair? Because if they pull the back of your hair, you're kind of like defenseless because your arms can't move behind yourself, can they? Well, they can slightly, but not enough to defend yourself from behind. And if you have hair, that's a massive weakness to you, because bald people don't have any hair, so it's harder to get a good grip. I can't say much, but all I can say is that woman needs to make sure she's wearing a hat or something when she's going around that place.
A person spotted and recorded a mysterious white orb moving smoothly across the dark sky. The glowing circular object drifted in an almost controlled manner, unlike any typical aircraft, leading them to wonder if they had just encountered a UFO.
That's it. Keep the camera on it. Keep it on. Don't lose the edging on it. I know your arm must be tired, but grin and bear it. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Don't let it get out of frame. No. Dang it. Keep an eye on it. Don't let your arm get tired. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. No, don't let it. Keep on. Yes. Keep it on. And just like that, it's gone. Oh.
The unusual sight left them captivated and unsettled, watching as the orb eventually disappeared into the distance, leaving behind only questions about what they had just witnessed. Franco TV.
Okay, so my only theory, because I didn't hear any sound coming from that clip, could be a helicopter, and with a spotlight, because I do see helicopters in my area now and then with spotlights, especially when they're looking for someone. Not me, I did nothing wrong. And usually I see them in the spotlight, but the thing is though, you can hear them because they're quite low and loud. So since there's no sound, I can't really disprove anything. And maybe, just maybe, it could have been some kind of lonely Chinese lantern that someone decided to make, and they decided to use some kind of white coloured material that can make it go, so that way could be like that. Maybe, maybe not. I could be wrong, but anything can happen, I suppose. So with that said and done, let's continue.
V, known for venturing into eerie locations, took on a chilling solo exploration of a haunted cemetery. Armed with his camera, he navigated through shadowy gravestones and overgrown paths, capturing every unsettling sound and strange movement in the dead of night.
Running through the cemetery, and shadows, pretty much shadow people. Everything that you would see in a graveyard at night technically happens here. Look at that. I don't even know what the hell that is, but that scared the hell out of me. Apparently these are built all through the graveyard as well. And I feel like it's just built just to scare the hell out of you. Before starting the camera, off camera, I was hearing like bangs and the sound of people talking again. Now again, that could be something distant outside the cemetery, or it could be something inside. Something completely paranormal. Just like that. I literally just heard something right over here. I don't know if it's Agatha or not. I'm just going with what I'm told. Is that you making noises around me? It is so dark here. There's no moonlight, so I don't really have any chance of seeing anything unless I have an IR light.
At first, he began hearing strange noises around him and captured an EVP.
Is there more people? Look. I don't really want to point a light at it. See it? Can you tell me what your name is? I would like to help you. Trying to see if there's anything significant about being in this room. Why they would run in here.
No, I won't.
I don't know if you guys just heard that, but I just heard a giggle. That sounded like a laughing. On the microphones. I don't know what the hell that sound was. It sounded like I heard sticks breaking, like something was standing on something. Holy f***. That was loud. That was back here.
Soon inside the mausoleum, he captured what sounded like a child's giggling.
I just noticed that she's got a Catholic necklace. It's just creepy on thermal. Everything on thermal's creepy. Is there anybody that would like to communicate with me tonight? Now's the time to talk. What the was that? I just picked something up on thermal. Have not been to before. Sociedad de Señor. Look at this place. It looks like a mausoleum. Oh, it's locked. Wait.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
The hell is that? Sounds like talking behind me. Orifina? I cannot even pronounce the names.
I know I am dead.
Well, that's a good start. I mean, how do you know that you're dead? I just got a spike too. Look. Okay, see, that's interesting. Right when I said I know that I'm dead.
Later on, he captured what looks like a dark head moving behind the tombstones, which strangely disappears in midween the path.
What was the deal with cyanide? I just heard a noise in front of me. Listen. Oh, shit.
You found a way to
The door just made a sound.
Oh shit, you just made me worse.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Well, that's what's making that noise. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would they do that?
They put a picture and it looks like somebody was just hiding right there. I still thought it was a person. I literally heard something bang on this door just now. Hola? Listen.
Lastly, the door slightly moves, alerting him, but he found no one around. A concerned mom recorded a clip of
You're just gonna skip on ahead with a little less explanation. Oh well. Now the thing that was caught on thermals that is definitely a human in disguise, because and they didn't just disappear, they hid behind one of the what is it called, one of the gravestones. And then I saw you try to open that gate, and I hope you didn't open the gate just to go inside there, because one, that is breaking and entering, and two, that is just stupid, because what if the lock was there to keep the spirits in, not out? Even though that spirits can go through walls, but hey, who knows? Holy water works, and vampires can't get through your house unless you let them in, so 50-50, yep, you know? And as for the cardboard cutout, damn you got me for that. You got me for the cardboard cutout. So that's a like on that video. So as for the voices, I can barely hear them. So with me talking over it, I probably might have made things worse. Sorry about that, but at least you know where to go for the original video. And as for the woman who says that I know I'm dead, I'm like, damn! This ghost is far more self-aware than most. And she said it to, like, sounds like a response to whatever the name that guy said right before she says, I know I'm dead, you know? So there's nothing more I can add except for like noises. And there's this one other thing that I can add is, I know how you feel. It's like when you hear like noises and stuff like knocks, talking, twigs snapping, monster sounds and all that stuff. You can hear it like 24/7. But as soon as you pull your phone out to record it, gone. And you're like, you mother, you know? So it's like, really? You're gonna do that type of trick to me? Making me look like I'm a liar? Anyway, we're gonna stop the video from here, and if you want to watch the original, you know where to go. We're going straight on to the next one. Now this is 30 scariest hiking encounters caught while camping. Now this doesn't seem supernatural. Maybe not, I don't know. This seems more of like real life interactions, and that is far more scary than the supernatural, because, well, with the supernatural you can either say, oh, it could be faked, or there's some explanation on it, where with the real world there is an explanation for it, and that makes it even worse, because there is actual proof to be like, oh fuck, this thing is dangerous, because we know how humans are dangerous. That's why seeing people in clown costumes murdering people during that one clown crazy night, I don't know when that happened again, it was far back, but that was chilling, because there's no worse than a human trying to kill another human, because we know how dangerous a human can be. Anyway, 30 scary hiking encounters caught while camping. Scary Comp version 72, and it's by Mysteria Man or Mysteria. You could probably see it. For those on phone, you might want to zoom in, you know, like whoop. But yeah, Mysterious or Mysterio or Mysterie Man. You can see it right there, and then in the grey background with greyish writing. Now, with that all said and done, we'll be watching half of this. And I will be putting my thoughts on the end of every clip, so this way you can hear what the video is doing and I can hear what I'm doing. I know I said this in the previous 2 videos, but at least this way those who are coming in, if they are coming in, you know.
In a mysterious post shared by Reddit user business_lion_326, an intriguing photo taken by his mother-in-law has sparked curiosity. While walking her dogs in Cornwall, she took a picture without anyone else around. However, when she later checked the photo, a shadowy figure could be seen walking in front of her. This has led to questions about what the figure could be, since her dogs, who usually greet strangers, didn't react. Is it just a trick of the light, or something more mysterious? Nick Foster was walking in the woods with his dog Poppy. While filming, he captures something unexpected.
Squirrels. Bear. Come here. Come on. This way.
A pale, ghostly figure can be seen moving between the trees. Nick mentions he was the only one there with Poppy. He suggests it looks like a soldier in a helmet and a trench coat. Many viewers agree with Nick and think it could be a ghost of a soldier wandering alone. One night.
My theory, because I forgot to pause it on the first video too. For the first video, there was hardly any information. It was just like a photo, and they said there's someone there. So I have nothing for that. It's like literally I got nothing, no information at all to come up with theories, explanations, or whatever. So I'm just gonna skip that one ahead and go to the next one with the dog. Now, they said that it could be in a ghost because they said that they're the only ones there at night. Now, taking a word straight from someone from the video is usually the go-to for most people, trust, but sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to look at the facts as well. Or, yeah, look at the facts, and the facts is that someone was caught on camera and you decided to turn back for some reason, and I assumed you turned back because you saw what I thought was just some lonely stranger walking, and you didn't want your dog going up to him for some reason. Now, if they're a ghost or not, I can't really say because there wasn't much proof or evidence to confirm nor deny it. But I've seen a lot of people with a hat similar to what the potential ghost was wearing, and sort of the same clothing and that, because basically it's like a basic farmer type of looking clothing. Very generic, but yeah, that's my theory. Just a normal man walking in the middle of the night, and if you think that is weird, then if you think walking a lot in the middle of the night all alone is weird, then basically why was the guy walking in the middle of the night alone with his dog? So you're basically saying that guy is weird too. If you are saying that, that is.
Night, a group of students decided to explore the dark sewers of LA. As they ventured into the storm drain, unsettling sounds and growls echoed around them. They relied on glow sticks to light their way, but the dim light did little to ease their fears. Suddenly, one crew member stood up, revealing a horrifying sight.
Don't be a spider, don't be a spider.
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck, dude? I can't see.
A pale face peering right over his shoulder. Panic erupted as the cameraman bolted from the tunnel, leaving his friend behind in the chaos. Fortunately, they all managed to escape safely, but they were left deeply traumatized by the experience.
Now, what kind of made me jump is I was like, whoa, spider webs, and then I saw a spider in one of the webs, and I was like, ooh, no, 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 no. That's what I was saying. Please don't be a spider, please don't be a spy. And then I saw the face, and I was like, oh, hell no. So I was like, you know what? I would do the same as the camera guy did, just bolt it out of there. Sorry, friend, but better you dying than me. And to my friends who might be watching this, I'm sorry, but this is a self-preservation society, and I bet you guys would do the same too. So that's my only explanation and theory I've come up with, and my only thoughts. So let's continue, I guess, because it's still the same.
A man was camping in his car, expecting to be alone in the quiet wilderness. But when he woke up early the next morning, he noticed something unsettling.
I should have been recording a long time ago.
That motherfucker's like standing in the road smoking cigarettes and stuff.
Hear that?
Oh.
A blurry figure standing in the distance, silently watching him. It seemed to have been there for a while, as if waiting for him to approach. Thankfully, the man chose to stay inside his car and eventually drove off, leaving behind the mystery of who or what that figure was, and what its intentions might have been.
Now, if you're wondering why I kind of jumped like that, it's because I thought I saw something like creeping really close up to the camera guy, but it was just part of his car or something like that. That was stationary, and my imagination went wild with it. That's why it scared the living crap out of me. And whoever was doing the cigarette lighting thing, well, let's just say that that person was either deep in thought, wanting a cigarette, or waiting for you to come out of the car as like a distraction. Hey buddy, you want a light? And then there's no response, and then his partner comes up behind you and go bonk, and boom, you're out cold. They go, take your car, and boom, you're left out in the middle of the night. My mind goes to dark places. Don't question it.
In 2021, these people were rock climbing in Japan when an earthquake happened.
Still.
While they were focused on their ascent, the ground began to shake violently. Fortunately, they managed to stay safe and avoid serious injuries.
Now, this is just a personal gripe, but very sensible too. Why the fuck are you doing that type of shit? Like, seriously. Why would you do that? It's just... Even without the earthquake, if you slip and you have no parachute or anything, you're as good as dead. You're like... That's it, that's the end of the road. And then you have an earthquake by all chance? What is stopping that earthquake from bringing that entire part of the mountain where all of you are standing crumbling right underneath your feet? You're good as dead. Like, literally, you're good as dead. Pardon me. If I was you, leave the adventuring life alone unless you have a death wish. Okay? And that's not just for the people on the video, that's for everyone. Because if you're stupid enough to climb up things, jump off from roof to roof without any safety gear, then and you fall and die, I got no words. I won't feel sympathy or sorry for you because you were stupid enough to do that in the first place. So, yeah. Controversial take. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But that's what I think. And I'm not apologizing for it.
Camping deep in the forest, a man and his dog stumbled upon something unusual. Stepping back to get a better look, he noticed that the rocks on the ground seemed to form a symbol. He couldn't shake the feeling that this might be part of some kind of ritual. What could it mean, hidden so far in the forest? A man and his dog...
Oh, you're going to... Okay. I thought there was some... To me, that looks like a pentagram. Minus the giant circle, unless you're standing on the giant circle, then... Oh boy, you need to get out of there, because... if you drop a bit of blood in that thing, all hell will break loose. And trust me on that, you don't want that to happen. Because if you think an earthquake while standing on a mountain is bad, that is messing with the dark arts right there.
Dog encountered something terrifying during their camping trip. Instead of pulling his dog away and running, he lets it bark at the mountain lion, which is a serious mistake. Luckily, the mountain lion isn't in the mood for a fight. As the dog barks, the man finally realizes the risk and starts to back away slowly from the mountain lion. A YouTuber named Tom...
Okay, you just... if I was him, backing away slowly with your dog would be the wrong move. I'm no mountain lion expert, so don't take this as advice, but this is what I would do, is I would stand my ground, especially if there's only one mountain lion. Stand my ground, especially with my dog, because 9 times out of the 10, the mountain lion won't attack you if there's more than one. Especially if one of them's a dog that is barking, because it will go for the dog usually first. But mountain lions, if they came in contact with humans before, will more than likely know that if you attack a human, it's pretty much game over for the mountain lion, because humans will call for reinforcements to back it up, and then you'll have a whole shit full of humans to deal with. So the mountain lion is probably thinking, you know what, these guys aren't backing down, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave. That's my theory, and it's probably a bad idea. That's why I said don't take my advice, because I'm no mountain lion experiment. Mountain lion experiment, what the fuck is that? Expert is what I meant to say. So, yeah. And I think the dog getting in between the mountain lion and the human was a natural protective thing that I know that dogs do, protecting the human from the threat. Even though that the humans are probably able to defend themselves better than the dog would be. But 2 against 1 against that mountain lion, the mountain lion would be like, you know what? 2 against 1 is not a good idea, so I'm just gonna, back away and leave. Let's continue.
Talk to Trending was camping in Tamil Nadu, India, near a haunted fort. The fort is said to have a very powerful spirit, and the camper wanted to see if he could find any signs of it. While discussing the haunted location, this happens.
நான் என்னோட கேமராமேன்ட்ட போறேன். நான் இங்க தனியா நின்னுட்டு இருக்கேன். சுத்தி சத்தம் இருக்கு.
A ghostly figure suddenly appears behind them. It looks like a person dressed in robes, and when it moves out of sight, the camera checks to see what it was, but finds nothing.
There's a lot of theories that I can come up with, but none of them will actually hold any ground, to be honest. And so, all I can say is, that's more than likely a ghost. And if it is, then, well, shit. You're kinda done for, you know? But what can I say? If it is a ghost, then, oh boy, you need to go now. Like, literally, go, bye, shoo, you know? Well, with all that said and done, let's continue, I guess.
This YouTuber decided to go solo camping in a quiet forest. As night fell, he settled in to sleep, but something woke him up.
Guys, I just woke up. It's like 2 a.m. and I just heard footsteps outside of the tent. Literally woke me up. It was so loud. They went away though. I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to go out and check, but I'm kind of scared too.
Scared, yet curious, he ventured outside to investigate, finding nothing unusual except for a marked tree, something he hadn't noticed before.
Wait, guys, what is this? There's some sort of marking on the tree. It's kind of creepy. I wonder what that's for.
When things seemed calm again, he crawled back into his sleeping bag, only to be jolted awake again.
Hello?
If you listened closely, you could hear footsteps circling his tent. Unable to determine what was making the noises, he decided to pack up and leave the campsite abruptly in the middle of the night. A group of campers was having...
Okay. Number 1 rule. If you hear something outside your tent, do not leave! Granted, the tent may not be the safest place, but the best thing to do is stay inside your tent, wait until they're gone, and then when they are gone, get out of the tent, pack everything away, and get the hell out of there. 'Cause that marking on the tree could have been anything. Could have been like, hey, I marked this tree, buddy. This is where you need to go and kill this person. Or abduct them. Or worse. I don't know what worse is, but worse is worse. And if you do hear something outside walking around, do not say a word. What you do is you get your phone, you get onto the call thing, you click whatever emergency number you have in your country, you keep it there, and you do not press call until something bad happens. Alright? And that way if something does try to get in, you can be like blah blah blah, right? And boom, the cops will come and be like, yo, put your hand up, you're okay now, you're safe, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. So yeah. Now with that said and done, let's continue.
Having a great night by the fire, sharing stories and laughter. Suddenly, everything changed when an unexpected guest entered their campsite. Take a look.
Hey, you guys got pins? Make pins.
Yeah, bear spray.
Hey, you guys got pins? Make pins.
Ice cream.
Get on now, get it. Yo.
Yeah, sprayan mo dati. Okay, it's right there behind you. Oh, yeah.
Fortunately, the bear seemed more interested in their food than in the campers. After a brief rummaging through their supplies, it lost interest and wandered off into the woods. While exploring the woods near his camp, this man stumbled.
That's why I have a theory. It may work, it may not work, but have some kind of proximity siren sound. So, and especially if you're camping alone, so if anything gets into the proximity of your tent, the siren will go off and be like, wee wee, and then that way any animals that hear it will be too startled to get any closer and bugger off. And if that's the case, because 9 times out of 10 loud sounds equals danger to animals, and danger equals death for them. So 9 times out of 10 they're just going to leave. If it's a human, depending on their intentions, if they're just there to rob you or something like that, then they will just run away. If they're there to kill you or kidnap you or something like that, then they will ignore that sound and rush in with an attack, giving you a chance to be like, alright, I'm awake, I'm ready to defend myself, you know. But yeah, most animals that come into the camps are usually because of the smell of the food. And so they're like, ooh, food, I'm hungry, nom 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 nom. So, let's say there's a bear there, just let it be. If it starts coming towards you, just back away slowly and just let it have the food. Better the food get eaten than you.
Upon something strange. Dried clay ground with a spiral drawn on it, surrounded by mirrors in white frames, except for one in a black frame. Spirals often represent spiritual journeys, and the mirrors create an endless reflection, hinting at the mysteries of time or consciousness. The black mirror breaks a cemetery and hints at a darker purpose. Could this be tied to witchcraft or black magic, or is there a logical explanation for this? Now tell me, is there a logical explanation for why not everyone has subscribed yet?
Bruh. Now, this could be wrong, because it's just a theory that I came up in my own head, and maybe it's a way to trap spirits in some kind of mirror dimension. So if they walk into the circle, they get trapped in the mirror dimension, and if they try to leave the mirror, like let's say they try to leave through the black frame mirror, then they will constantly be in a mirror illusion all the time, and they can never escape. Could be, or it could be wrong. Or maybe at day there's like some kind of lighting mechanism, and it lights up an area, and boom, something. Maybe not. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's my theory. Either way, having the mirrors there, something ain't right.
While camping in the forest, this man suddenly saw this. A strange, ghostly figure floating in the sky. It looked like a person in a long robe with arms stretched out, reaching for something. Who or what the man captured that day remains a mystery.
Depending on the camera quality, might suggest it was an old video, but I could be wrong. But maybe it was a drone with a cloth over it. Maybe not. But to be honest, it's kind of chilling regardless. At first I thought it was like some kind of bomb that was like floating in the air. So, but it could be a lot of things. So I'm just gonna say it could be a ghost. And I'm gonna skip this little clip because I already seen it off stream. So I think it was off stream. So I'm just gonna skip that.
Couple followed coordinates from the Randonautica app, and when they arrived, they were shocked by what they found.
What is that?
There's... Don't tell me it's here. What the Are you serious right now?
Hundreds of dolls hanging from a fence, each one seemingly staring right at them. Suddenly, they heard an eerie sound nearby that sent chills down their spines.
Wait, did you hear that?
Was that a doll?
No freaking way, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Like
It sounded like a baby sound, like a doll sound, like you know those little kids that play with the.
Probably any second. And they just took us to a wrong turn. This is creepy. Like, I'll be so down.
What is that light for? That wiring? Electricity?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Our intent was something creepy.
What if this is like witchcraft type of thing?
Look, they even have hair.
As they ventured further, they noticed what appeared to be the work of a ritualist, with strange figures and symbols surrounding the area. They couldn't decipher the meanings behind the objects, but the atmosphere felt unsettling. Luckily, they had chosen to visit during the daytime, which made the creepy scene a little less daunting. This photo, shared by Reddit user remarkable_elk8361, was taken at a private cemetery in Cabuyao, Laguana, Philippines. It shows a crew digging a grave around 8 p.m. However, what stands
I have no real thoughts, to be honest, except I seen another clip of the same area where those people were in, and the Randomnautica trend. Oh boy, a lot of people got hurt, scared, and all sorts with that trend. So, anybody watching this, do not go to random places suggested by the internet. It usually never works out well. And whoever put those dolls there, I would like to find them and ask them a few questions like why did you put the dolls there, you know what I mean? And why are they like this, so on and so forth, you know? Just get an understanding of why they're there. Let's continue.
Stands out is a skull-like figure next to a man in a grey shirt. I'm not sure if this is something paranormal or just pareidolia, but it definitely looks creepy. In the
I got a feeling pareidolia is where you see like 3 black dots and boom, it's a face. Could be wrong, or I could be right, who knows. But that's what I think they meant. As for me, I can barely see stuff because the camera quality wasn't very good. I saw something, but I couldn't make out what it was, so I can't really say.
the dead of night, a camper set off on an expedition to explore an abandoned haunted cottage deep in the forest. At 1 a.m, he spotted an elderly woman walking alone on a deserted road. Concerned, he pulled over to help her, but as he got closer, she suddenly vanished into thin air. Shocked, he searched the area but found nothing except a tattered piece of cloth where she had stood. He wondered if it could have belonged to the mysterious woman. Despite the chilling encounter, his curiosity prevailed, and he continued his adventure toward the abandoned cottage. This man was on a camping trip.
Why? You just go up to help the person and then poof, gone. Now, they could have shrunk to a tiny size. They could have turned and evaporated into mist, or it all could have been their imagination, or an illusion, as some people would say. Depends how high they were smoking that day. And then he said that they continued going to an abandoned cottage or house, and I'm like, really? You're one of those people? I don't know if you're brave or stupid. Either way, whatever happens, happens. Actions have consequences.
When he went for a bike ride, suddenly he fell and spotted this. A snake was poised to bite him, and any small movement could put him in danger. Unfortunately, he didn't record how he managed to get out of there. Two campers discovered a deep 200-foot sinkhole along a...
I think my CPU is kicking in now. I think how he got in there is he probably knew that like slightest little movement is basically ground zero for death, right? So if he kind of got the handlebars of his bike and started moving them like that, make the wheel move, the snake might attack the wheel, giving him more than enough chance to be like, okay, I could pull my leg out to safety. And then when the snake is like, oh shit, biting this thing didn't do anything, and coils back, and as it coils back, you pull your bike away and run the fuck away as fast as you can. And then when you're far enough away, get on your bike and ride as fast away as you can. And that, I think, is how it played out. I could be wrong, but that's what I think how it played out.
Hiking trail.
Echo!
Dude!
Oh, you got a rock?
I got a rock, man. Check this out.
Dang! Curious, they decided.
I'm sorry, I had to pause it here because I thought I heard, after them chucking a rock, a slight little voice saying, ow. And I'm thinking to myself, before that happened, why are you chucking a rock? Someone might be down there, and if the rock hits them, that's it, they're dead. Granted, they shouldn't be down there in the first place, but granted, you shouldn't be throwing rocks down there in the first place either. And now you're going down there. What makes it more stupid? Because what if someone decides to throw a rock down there with you down there? It'd be poetic karma, I would say. But nevertheless, if you did that, what's stopping other people from doing that to you?
To explore it. Inside the sinkhole, they found some strange items.
There's a microwave down here? Yeah. Somebody carried a microwave all the way down that trail just to huck it down here.
2 miles. That's crazy.
That is insane. Dude, a tire's down here.
And after squeezing through a narrow passage, they noticed markings.
No, I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit who you are. But if you're going through a narrow passage like that, you're basically asking for death right now. Because there's someone in history that I remember listening to on a video. A man was like climbing down a cave or something and gets trapped in the cave, and then they spent like days, hours, probably weeks to get this guy out, but they couldn't. And people first were worried, second thought they were just making shit up, and it was a tragic story as well, because when the guy when they tried to save the guy, right, they decided to come up with an idea, get people to fund them so they can get people to like help them with machinery and stuff out, and then considering how long it was taking, and then some people who had a little like, let's say, grudge against this started a rumor saying that maybe it's just they're faking it and there's no one there, and so on and so forth, blah 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 blah, right? And then all the support that they were getting decided just to diminish and be like, you know what, we're not helping anymore. And then when they eventually got to him, they find out he's dead, right? And guess what? The person who owned the area was like, you know what, I'm going to close this area off and keep this guy in there so people can go in and see the guy there dead as some kind of museum exhibit. Some thieves decided to break him out, like, you know, get him out, and they did. Unfortunately, they lost the leg. The dead guy lost the leg. And as they were getting out, basically they couldn't do anything. They couldn't carry the dead body with them, so they just threw it in the bush disrespecting the dead, and you know, like leaving it there and keeping the leg, I guess. But what makes things worse after that is the person who owned the land said that the body belongs to him, decided to put it in a coffin and then chain that coffin around in chains and that, and then throw it back into the cave instead of giving the dead body to its relatives so they can bury him properly. And it's sorry, it's just that story gets me angry when I hear it, because it goes to show you how cruel humanity is, and humanity is the most cruelest creature on the planet. I don't care who you are or what you are. What I'm saying now about humanity being the cruelest creature on the planet is truth, and anyone who says otherwise is delusional, lying, or think they're better than themselves. Because yes, not all humans are as evil or nasty as that, but humans are the only creatures that are more cruel than any creature on the planet. Not saying that we are, but we can be. And that is a fact, a true fact. And not just to other creatures or animals, but to our own kind as well. No matter what skin colour or ethnicity you are or whatever, we are cruel to everything. And seeing this just brought that out, and I'm thinking to myself, if you get trapped in there knowing full well that you could get stuck, I have no sympathy for you, because that is your stupidity kicking in. And I won't say any more because I might get it demonetized or whatever. So, yeah, let's continue.
Dated back to 1958.
There's a 1958 right here.
Wow.
That one's old.
People have known about this forever. No, but see, oh, dude, that smells horrible.
Oh, yeah, there's bad gas in this.
Dude, whatever you just, when you sank in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, there's so many signatures back here. Yeah, David, 75. Ronnie, 75. 60, 60. Set a giant ornate 76. I'm guessing that this is as far as it goes if everybody's putting their signature here.
The air was thick with a foul smell, and drawings on the walls hinted that others had been there before them. Despite dead ends and tight spots, they pushed on.
Oh, we're doing this. I told you it looked like it ended.
Pretty gnarly.
I know. That's not good.
This I can do. I'm thinking this one's up.
No way.
Let's see it getting bigger. It's so tight, I can barely fit.
See, it's tight and you can barely fit. You just said it so yourself. Just move back. You already know that you could crawl through back. Just go back and forget it. Just Don't go any further. Just please don't go any further.
It's rough.
The thing is, if you die, nobody will ever find you. And yes, I know that they somehow made it out alive because the video is up, but that doesn't mean my anxiety isn't kicking in, because it is. And it's going through the roof right now.
It's so dusty.
I know. It's rocky and dusty.
But it's better. Does not look like we should be breathing this.
No! It's a whole lot of mold in here.
Yeah.
You better hope there's another exit on the other side of that, because oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Finally, they decided to leave, aware of the dangers lurking within the sinkhole.
Thank bloody God!
Serena Beverly was camping in the woods.
Right, I'm going to stop it at this because we're past the half-minute mark. The half area mark. And I lost, I'm pretty sure. So with that said and done, goodbye, farewell, and I'll see you next time. And before I go, one last parting word. Don't be as stupid as these idiots.